guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, welcome. And if you guys have already been subscribed to the channel, thank you so much for subscribing. Today, we're going to test out a few brands that we have never tested out before. And some of the brands are Patricktar, Jacqueline Hill Cosmetics, Persona Gloss, UOMA Beauty, and Sigma Beauty. So if you guys want to see how I feel about these products and how to achieve this look, then please keep on watching. So now let's start off finally with the brands that I've never tried before. And the first brand would be UOMA Beauty. Now, a lot of the products that you're going to see from this video are from the unboxing video. If you've not seen that video, I'll link it in the iCards above for you guys. So this is the UOMA Beauty Stay Woke Concealer. And this is in the shade Fair Lady T3. Now, because it's a fair concealer, I think it's going to be a little light on me. But for a fair, this is pretty dark. So I'm just gonna apply it like this. I've actually seen this technique from Robert Welch here on YouTube. This requires a very less amount of concealer. And his concealer looks flawless. I'm liking it, definitely, and this shade is working out for me. So if you are a medium skin tone, similar to me, I would say this T3 Fair Lady shade would work for you. Oh, look at that. I like it. So I applied a very, very little amount and I think that's plenty. It's definitely covered my dark circles and everything. So let's move on. Now, this is by no means a new product to me, but I've only tested out once. So I am going to test it out again. And this is from One Size Beauty. The first impression is stunning. So I'm going to apply this again. And I think this is going to be a staple in my routine because I was astounded how this looked on my skin the first time I applied it. It blurred out all the pores and it gives such a smooth base, and a little goes a very, very long way. It's a very finely milled powder. So just for my under eyes, I'm going to use that. And then for my whole face, I'm going to take my Kosas powder. And this is the Cloud Set powder in the shade Comfy. Mark this as my favorite. I'm actually loving this powder. Like from the time I've tried this powder, I was not very sure how I felt the first time I tried it, just because it doesn't feel like it's like setting the face. But trust me, it just blurs out everything and it gives like a light veil dusting of powder. Like even if you like put your fingers in it and rub it, you're not going to see anything on your finger. It's super weird, but it really picks it up on the brush, and then you can definitely see a difference when you apply it on your face. So if you are in the market for a light veil of setting powder, I think you would love this, especially if you are a dry skin person. I mean, you should not be afraid of powder if you're using this. I am absolutely in love with that. So I do not have a new bronzer to test out, but we are going to use LYS Beauty's bronzer. I'm loving this bronzer too, and this is in the shade Courage Tan. Now, let's move on to the blush. I'm super excited to try this on camera. I've already tested this out before, but on camera, this is the first time. And this is Patricktar Blush, and this is in the shade Do We Know Her. One of my friends gave this to me for my birthday. And from that time onwards, I am waiting for this to, use it on camera. So, according to Patricktar, you have to apply the powder first and then the cream product. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm taking the powder blush, applying it on the cheek. I generally go the other way, but yes, he's the makeup artist, he knows better. So we're going to do that according to him. I actually can just wear it by itself. And I think I'm going to do that for now, just because I don't know how my eye is going to turn out. But if we definitely need a little more blush, we can definitely come back and add more. But I think let's start off with this much peach on the cheeks and the temples and on the nose, of course. And then for the next product, it's the highlighter. And this is new to me, of course. and this is from Jacqueline Hill Cosmetics, and this is the highlighter in the shade Iced. I was very intrigued. I'm not even kidding. This component is stunning. It looks it's absolutely luxury in your hands. Even the way it like closes, I mean, it's so satisfying, and it's obviously a baked product, so it's sitting in the component, and JACLYN Cosmetics is written in the component, and it has a huge mirror. I mean, I love the way it's like set. Let's try it out and see. Oh man, can you see it? Oh, you definitely don't need much, because it is a blinding highlighter, and I'm a very light-handed person, guys. Oh man, but it's melting in the skin. I'm liking it. By the way, I already did my brows, if you cannot tell, and I used my old Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Pencil in the shade, what is the shade? Brunette. Oh, I mean, oh, look at the glow. You can definitely see it in the monitor. It just melts into the skin. It's not sitting on top of the skin. I cannot see it at all. It's just melting into my skin. That's crazy. I didn't expect, I knew that it's a blinding highlighter, but I didn't expect this much of blindingness. I'm stunned. So once we have the time for all of it to melt into the skin, let's move on to the eyes, and I'm super excited for this because I'm going to test out Sigma's Cor de Rosa palette for the first time. I cannot even tell you how excited I am. I mean, I've not even like gotten rid of this because I feel it's super cute. It came like this, and because of all the roses, I'm not going to get rid of that for sure. Now, what are we going to do? I definitely want to do a spring look today, so that's what we're going to do. Let's use Sigma brushes. How about that? So this is a large blend blush.
Why am I always like this?
So I'm going to use my large blend brush. So let's dip into the shade called Veranda from the palette. It's a light pale cream shade. I'm just going to dust it all over my eyelid where we applied the concealer as our primer, just so that everything can like smoothly flow on top of each other. Are you guys still into tutorials, or am I the only one who loves tutorials? Feel free to tell me in the comment section below. Do you guys like tutorials? Do you like to watch like getting ready with me and stuff? I still love to watch old school YouTube. I am a big fan of that. So that's why I love doing that on my channel. Now let's move on to the shade called Hybrid. Oh wow, what a lovely shade. I hope you guys can see it. It's a very creamsicle, peachy pink shade. Oh, it completely matches my outfit. Not planned, but yes, I love doing that. That blended beautifully. That really blended like butter. It's so smooth. I knew I would love this palette. I really knew. But this is just the first shade. I mean, it's the second shade. But so far, so good. Blending really nicely. I'm not afraid to get that in my inner corners too, just because I want to get it all the way around. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, but that's when I like to do it all over my eyelid. When I do not have any idea what I'm gonna do. Although we don't need it, but just to blend out the edges and to use more shades, I'm gonna dip into that shade called Apricot from the palette and just go over the edges, just to give a little more warmth. Can you see that? I can totally see that. Oh, lovely. It's a lot more like a true peach shade rather than that pinky peach. This is a true peach. Oh, I love that. I love that combo. If I could like bring that pinky peachy shade all over my eyelid, that can be a look by itself. Just a mascara and some eyeliner would do. Wow. I am loving that. Oh, I so badly wanted to try Cor de Rosa. Let's move on to the shade called Medallion. And this is a more of a neutral brown shade. I'm going to apply that in my outer corners. And a little on my inner corners. Here we go with another halo eye. I know. But that's the look that I like, guys. Bear with me. It's a little powdery, but because it's that soft, it blends so nicely. And just a little kick up, nothing like major. I would say less than a ColourPop shadow or a less than an Anastasia Beverly Hills shadow. Wow, I'm just loving the peachy look. Okay, so far we were just using one brush. So let's move the brush away and use another brush. So where is my small blend eyeshadow brush? There you go. Yeah. So let's move on to the shade called Damask, which is that pinky shade. I'm gonna apply that closer to the outer area, but I'm gonna take it a little more inner, I would say. A little more towards the center of my eyelid, just because I want that pink to come through. But we are going to deepen it up with a little more shade. How many shades am I going with, right? I know. Bear with me, I love this palette. Let me play with it. Oh my god. I am loving this. Can I say this anymore? Sigma. I didn't expect this. Oh my god. I'm gonna take the same shade Damask from the palette, which is that pink shade. I'm gonna run that in my lower lash line. Now let's move on to this shade called Shakespeare, which is that burgundy shade in the palette. I'm just gonna deepen up the outer corner a tiny little bit. And I am using a Morphe brush, which is M506. It's a tiny blending brush, but absolutely stunning for this like detailed work, just to create a little more depth. And I'm creating that rounded effect, if you cannot guess. I generally go from light to dark in my shadow application, just because I am pretty comfortable in that format. But there's so many people who go like put a dark shade first and then blend it out with a lighter shade. It's just that I am not that confident, but you do you, whatever feels comfortable with you. I'm just mixing the shade Hybrid and Damask both. And I'm just gonna run that in the crease again, just so that I don't want to lose any peachiness or pinkiness from my eyeshadow. Love that. Now, there are two options that we can do. We can either do that golden or we can do Belle of the Ball. So we can either do Sun Sprite, wow, or we can do Belle of the Ball. Oh my god, what should we do? Sun Sprite or Belle of the Ball? Man, I want to do Sun Sprite. Let's do that. Oh, that's so stunning. Can you see that? Sigma, I love you. Oh my god, I love it. Let's take Belle of the Ball. Oh man, are you crazy? I'm gonna put it right on the tippy tops in the center of Sun Sprite. Look at that. I mean, am I crazy or can you guys feel me? Can you guys feel me? Man, that's stunning. I'm just gonna take the blender blush. I cannot say blush and brush properly. I'm gonna take the blender brush. I'm gonna just blend the edges so that there's no harsh lines. Wow, I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that. I'm going to take the same shade, Belle of the Ball, and put it right in the inner corners, because why not? I'm going crazy. So now let's line a waterline. For that, I'm going to take my Essence But First Espresso eyeliner. It's a deep chocolatey brown eyeliner. And then I'm going to finish off my eyes with some liner and mascara. I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. And for a new product and a new brand to test out, I'm going to take my Tarte Man-Eater mascara. I had this for a long time sitting in my mascara drawer. So I'm just going to finish off with both of them and I'll get right back. Now, before we curl up the lashes, let's finish off our lips. So for the lips, I'm just going to apply my Good and Plenty lip liner from Colourpop. Now, since we went pink on the lip line, this is what I'm going to try for the second time. And this is from M Cosmetics. And this is the Infinite Lip Cloud in the shade Rose Nude. Love it. Love the texture. Love the scent. So lightweight. A big fan. Big fan of M Cosmetics for sure. If you've not seen that video also, I've tested out everything Venetian Rose in their collection. So if you've not seen that, I would also leave that video in the icons above. Okay, I didn't even mention. I went like pretty crazy on the wing. It's like a double winged kind of a look. It went on by mistake, but I just loved the vibe of it. So I did it on the other side also. Because why not? We're just playing with makeup. And then this is a new brand to test out, and this is Persona Cosmetics. Never tested out Persona. Actually, I do have Persona's blush. Yeah, but a new product to test out, and this is Persona's gloss in the shade Honey Gloss. It's a peachy nude. Now, after the whole look, I feel we can dab into that Patricktar Blush again and go on the cream side. And just build it up a tiny little bit, I would say. Nothing much. I just take the cream side and just go over it. Just to get more of the pinky vibe also. Because the powder blush by itself is too peachy. But as soon as you put the cream on top of it, it becomes a pinky peach. And that's the whole vibe today. Pinky peachy look. And I think this goes stunning with the spring theme. Love it. I absolutely love this. I'm just gonna dust my Kosas powder over everything because it's more like a finishing powder. So why not? It'll mend everything together. And that's my final look. I really love the way everything turned out. I don't even know if there's anything that I do not like. I really love the palette. The star of the show was the palette for sure. I love the textures, the tones that is available in this palette. This is love at first sight. I mean, I just loved it. I don't know why did I wait so long to test this product out. I just love it. I just love the color and the tones. If this doesn't speak Smithy, I don't know what does. I'm going to get so many uses out of this palette. I have no doubts at all. So that was a perfect hit for me, I would say. Patricktar Blush, super. Today was everything like glam packaging, I would say. I love this packaging. I love the vibe of the Jacqueline Hill highlighter and the Patricktar Blush. Even the Liss Beauty bronzer. I love the Persona gloss. Nothing extraordinary. I love their blushes more, but I like the gloss too. Love M Cosmetics Infinite Lip Cloud. Love my Kosas powder. UOMA Beauty concealer. There's nothing wrong in it, so I cannot like complain about it at all. But I'm going to test this out a few more times to give my final review. But I loved almost everything that I applied. Even for that matter, the e.l.f.'s CC cream. I'm not a big fan of the e.l.f. foundations, won't lie. But this is working beautifully. And the shade match is amazing. 330W, loving it. So that's all for today, guys. I absolutely loved everything that I tested out today. If you did like this video, if you do like the look that I've created, then please do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!